फटाफट से सब लोग अपना कैमरा ऑन कीजिए। सब लोग फटाफट से अपना क्वेरी डाल दीजिए चैट बॉक्स में, एंड देन वी कैन स्टार्ट विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम, बिकॉज टाइम इज मनी, टाइम इज लक, टाइम इज एवरीथिंग। सबसे पहले सभी को शुभकामनाएं, एंड एज यू ऑल नो, एन इम्पेकेबल ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड। अब की बार भी वी हैव गॉट 4 to 5 ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1। सो बेसिकली हमारे साथ क्या होता है कि स्टूडेंट हिस्ट्री बहुत लंबा होता है। सो 4 रैंक्स आर कंफर्म्ड, 1 in CM1, 1 in CB1, 1 in CS1 and 1 in CM2। सो रैंक तो चलो एक बाय प्रोडक्ट है, हमारा टीम इतना मेहनत करता है, स्टूडेंट्स इतने मेहनत करते हैं। सो आपको ये समझना होगा कि प्रोसेस का आपको हिस्सा बनना पड़ेगा, राइट? आपको अगर स्विमिंग सीखना है तो स्विमिंग आप तालाब के बाहर से नहीं सीख सकते हो। आप ऐसे हाथ चला लोगे, पैर चला लोगे, आपको पानी में कूदना होगा। हम लोग अलग क्यों है, पहले आपको ये समझना होगा कि व्हाई यू चोज एक्चुएटर्स, ऑन व्हाट पैरामीटर्स। हम लोग अलग इसलिए हैं कि हम अकेले नहीं है, हमारे साथ पूरा टीम है, ठीक है? और आपको प्रोसेस का पार्ट बनना होगा। आपको लाइव क्लास अटेंड करना होगा, जो रात में हो रहा है, वीकेंड पे हो रहा है। हमने शिफ्ट देखा बच्चों के बिहेवियर में कि भाई हम घर से क्लास करना चाहते हैं, तो आपको घर से क्लास करना होगा। वी हैव मेड अ रिकॉर्ड कि भाई अगर कोई ऑनलाइन क्लास कर रहा है तो उसका जो पासिंग परसेंटेज है वो 50% से भी ज्यादा हाई है कंपेयर टू जो ऑनलाइन क्लास नहीं कर रहा है। बोलने का मतलब ये है कि अगर आप ऑनलाइन क्लास नहीं कर रहे हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 10 लोग हैं जो लोग ऑनलाइन क्लास नहीं कर रहे हैं, 10 लोग हैं जो लोग ऑनलाइन क्लास कर रहे हैं, ठीक है ना? तो जो ऑनलाइन क्लास कर रहे हैं उनका पासिंग रेट इज वे मोर हायर देन जो लोग ऑनलाइन क्लास नहीं कर रहे हैं। और जो क्लियर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं उनका मेन रीजन इसकी वो ऑनलाइन क्लास नहीं कर पा रहे। आपको पेस मैचअप करना होगा। वी हैव रिसेंटली स्टार्टेड विथ न्यू बैचेस फॉर CM1 एंड CS1 फॉर नवंबर अटेम्प्ट। CS2 CM2 के नए बैचेस नहीं होंगे, बट वी विल गिव प्रॉपर रिविजन क्लासेस, डाउट क्लासेस, ओके? जितना क्लास हमसे बन पाएगा। आपको एक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में होंगे आप, वो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप आपको प्रॉपरली फॉलो करना है, ठीक है? नाउ IAI एंड इट्स, जैसे ट्रम्प है, तो ट्रम्प क्या होता है, वो कभी भी कुछ भी कर देता है। तो इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट का जो रिजल्ट्स है वो बहुत ही फ्लक्चुएटिंग रहता है। तो समय का फायदा उठाते हुए, या श्योर आई कैन स्पीक इन इंग्लिश। सो वी नीड टू take advantage of the time, and we need to see which all papers are having a good passing percentage. So among that, I see CS2 is the lowest passing percentage paper. Okay. So you need to understand this thing, that if you are uh, giving exam maybe CM1, CS2, few SP papers and SA3. So that demands more effort. And always, if you're giving any exam from IAI, always club it with a smaller exam. Okay. First preference is CB1 and 2 with training. If you have already cleared CB1 and 2, go for CP2 and 3. Okay. But make sure you're giving a smaller exam. If you are a student, so for example, clubbing, I'll tell you. So, for example, if you are a student, okay, and this time you have failed X paper, so club it with a new paper instead of doing only that paper again and again. Okay. And please make sure you're attending all the live classes. We have 3 offline locations. Mentors are there. Visit the offline center. Get your doubts cleared. Get yourself mentored with the qualified actuaries, associate actuaries, mentors, whatever it is. Okay. Now the point is that you need to give mocks. Okay. So we have Harsh here. Harsh has ranked CM2. Hello, Harsh. How are you? So,
Hello, sir.
okay. So this is the good aspect of all the rank holders that they never miss any class and they are always very open, communicable कि भाई मेरे को ये समझ में आ रहा है, I am not understanding this, we need more classes. So you need to communicate properly. The best part about Harsh is that he never misses any kind of deliverable that we are providing. So we need to make sure that you're making use of all the deliverables that we are providing. Okay. So Harsh, congratulations and all the best for your future journey.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So now basically we need to understand that there are 100 days. We can turn it around in 100 days. So please club it. So for example, if you have a good understanding of Excel and if you have cleared CB1 and 2, go with CP2 because it is modeling and it is totally Excel based. Always, always, always give two exams from the Indian Institute because the results can be regulated for an exam which you are giving. Special focus to CS2. Don't give it alone, club it with one paper because you need to keep advancing, right? So CS2 from IAI is a bit challenging. So I will always recommend that club it with one paper. It can be either CM2, it can be CB1 and 2, it can be CP3, it can be CP2, whatever it is, but don't give that paper alone. Okay, it's a honest request. And for the clubbing thing, you all can post your doubts in the query and I will take it one by one. So I'm just going through the chat box, okay? And I'll just clear all your queries. Okay. So someone is saying I gave CS2 and CB3, cleared CB3, but couldn't clear CS2. Will appear for CS2, CB1, CB2 in November. Venisha Kapadia, don't give three, give two. Okay, it's a marathon. You need to understand. So you need to understand. You need to have good gaps in between two exams. So if you are like, it's so good. Yeah, Manish is attending the session. Is on his way. That dedication we all need to have because he has told me that yes, I will become an actuary, and he's not only a graduate, he's already a chartered accountant. So this kind of dedication I need from all the students. Okay. So yes, so along with CS2, pick a paper which is having a good gap. Okay, which is having a good gap. So for example, if there is a gap of 2 days and 5 days, pick the paper in which there is a gap of 5 days. Again in CB1 and 2, unless and until the exam is just connected, I will say go for CB1 because it is having a good passing percentage. We need to be smart. And any paper from IAI you can clear, but you need to sort 2019 to 2025 exam papers. It is the mool mantra of clearing the exam from the Indian Institute. And you have seen Sultan movie. बेबी को बेस पसंद है, इंस्टीट्यूट को भी बेस पसंद है. द इंस्टीट्यूट लव्स बेस. They will check all the basic concepts. So you need to get all the concepts correct. You need to watch all the lectures. You need to solve all the sums. You need to deep dive. Now there is typing. We will upload typing lectures. It is already there in the player. We will put it in the YouTube as well. But you need to start typing. You need to start typing. You need to check your pace and you need to do the sums from the start to the end. You cannot skip any topic. This is a professional exam because any topic which you are skipping, you might get question up to 30 to 40 marks from that single topic. Yes, it is possible. Okay, so you need to understand that, and all the things are there in the video lectures. You need to make focus, and we will be taking mocks for the November attempt. I promise you, one mock we will be every 20 days we are going to have mock. So there will be 4 to 5 part mocks and 2 full mocks and 2 paper A and paper B. So you will be having lot of mock examinations, more and more mock examinations. Make sure all the students, whether you're prepared, whether you're not prepared, give the mock exam because that is the best way to test yourself. If you're not testing yourself with our mock exams, then you're ignorant person. It is as clear as that. The CM1 results are improving. So there is a result of close to 20%, which is good, decent enough for actuator student to clear CM1. Okay. Again, this time we got rank. There are 3 rank holders. So we got 1 rank in CM1, 1 rank in CM2, and the passing percentage is really good. 1 rank in CS1, 1 rank in CV1. So the set is good. The students, they are doing it. That is the mool mantra that I want to say. Okay. I'll take few more questions. Currently doing okay for those students, those who are giving the first exam, I will always recommend CS1 is the base and CM1 is the base. Give maybe 10 hours, 12 hours, how many hours you can devote, just devote. And 3 things are there: paper A, typing, and paper B. You cannot be an ignorant person and say, I am doing in paper, I am not doing typing, I am not doing paper B. You are failed. I am doing paper A and paper B, but I am not doing typing. You are failed. Okay. You need to check all the system requirements because 5% students are there, those who are not able to submit the exam on time, not able to start the exam on time. They are not having the good resources. So, for example, the approved calculator is 82 ES plus. You need to have tables book. So if you have the original book, it is fine, or you can use the PDF. Okay, but you cannot use the Xerox copy in the exam. You need to understand. You need to understand the IAI now it is having very good passing percentage. Specifically for the students of CS2, I am saying you cannot miss any class taken by Shivangi ma'am, by Gaurav sir, by Siddharth sir, by Pushya Mistry sir. You cannot miss any class. So three faculties we are having on the weekends. Shivangi ma'am takes class on the weekdays, and in the weekday night we are having Siddharth Suntalia sir. Specifically, I'm saying for CS2, if you have a burning desire to become an actuary, the biggest roadblock now is not CP1, not CM2, but it is CS2 for the IEA students. So if you are the one giving the exam in November, make sure you're studying day in and day out. There is no other way. For first time exam givers, it is very important that you do everything very nicely. Solve all the sums, watch all the videos, all the mad back questions, all the X assignments, all the Y assignments, all the paper B assignments, and all the past papers. You need to analyze the trend. What questions are being asked in the exam? What questions are not asked in the exam? Okay. So you need to make sure. So, for example, what I used to do when I used to study is, so for example, I am now sitting idle. Now is 8:40. Okay. I have 10 minutes of time. Let's just go through the paper of CM1 November 2019 or May 2020 or May 2021. Let's just have a look what kind of questions are there. How much am I approaching the paper? How much it is feasible for me to do the exam? Okay. So that way you need to make sure. Many students are messaging me, sir, we got 29 in paper B and we failed. Shall we apply for evaluation? Sir, we failed by 1 mark. Make sure, I'm telling you again and again, if a student is failing, they don't fail by very much marks. They only fail by 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4 mark, and 5 mark. So you need to make sure that you're studying every day. Every day, minimum 30 minutes you're studying. I'm not saying every day 30 minutes you need to study, but minimum 30 minutes you need to study. Okay, on an average, 4 to 5 hours you need to spend. Okay, this is the right time for you to become the actual. So I will take few more questions. So I gave CV2. I'm appearing for CM1 in November. Pranjal, you can club it with one more exam. Honestly, I'm telling you, IIA is having a little bit of unpredictable results. So what we can do is that make that certain. So for example, I'm telling you, let's say suppose in CM1 the result is 5%. It is very probable that the result can be 5%. Okay. So if you're giving only one exam, the biggest problem with you is even if you have studied everything very nicely, and if they set the bar that no, we will allow only 10 students to pass or maybe 15 students to pass, then in that case, even after so much of effort, you will not be able to clear the exam. Give a smaller paper along with it. And CB3, I don't consider to be a paper. So don't tell I'm giving CB3. CB3 is not a paper. CB3 is just eating like a cake. CB3 is just like you eat a cake. You watch a movie. It's like that. So don't consider CB3 to be a paper. I'm talking about CB12, CP23. And if I see your profile to be good, so for example, if you are in college and if you have no attendance problem, then you can pick up a major paper also. Okay. You can pick up paper like CM12, CS12, or maybe CS1, CM2. Okay, unless and until the combination is not CM1 and CS2, I am okay with anything. Okay, CM1 and CS2 is very heavy. It's quite challenging. But apart from that, all kind of combinations you can go. CS1, CM2 is a big go because in both the papers, the passing result is very good. Okay, you need to understand this. And how to carry forward for effective preparation. Suhani, you need to see simple strategy. I'm telling you for all the levels. For you need to divide the syllabus into 10 parts. You have 10 weeks of preparation time. In 100 days, you will get approximately 14 weeks. But let's say suppose you're having 10 weeks. So divide the syllabus into 10 parts. Now I know that you have already done 1 to 2 parts. So in the first week, try to cover 30%. By the end of fourth week, try to cover 40%. By the end of fifth week. So, for example, by August end, make sure you're done with 50% of the syllabus. Don't miss. So for example, uh, you will be having lot of holidays in August. Okay, I know Raksha Bandhan is there, everything is there, but I, as a working professional, I am working on Raksha Bandhan. There will be no classes on that day, but I cannot stop taking admission. I cannot stop counseling the students. I cannot stop taking the doubts. So Raksha Bandhan is there for 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, but not full day. Wake up early, study, then full day you can enjoy. So that should be the pattern. On the weekends, you cannot miss any weekend. Make sure in 14 weeks, you will get 28 weekends. Okay. At least you will get 20 days. Now there is a big holiday. So 15, 16, 17. So for the students of CS1, those who have completed the syllabus of CS1, those who have joined us earlier, there is a marathon for CS1 and CM1 also. CM1, I am taking the marathon. CS1, Siddharth sir is, I will take from Calcutta. Siddharth sir is going to take it from Delhi. Okay. And for you all, uh, we will be hosting more such marathons before your exams. So you need to make sure you need to attend these classes. Okay. Sir, I'm currently working. Yashika, you can appear for CS2 in November. There is no problem, but you need to work really hard. That is what I'm trying to say you. Okay. Folder is September, November folder. And we will be updating everything in the September, November folder. So that is a recorded lecture. And we will be making a separate folder for you all, in which, like, see, in CM1 and CS1 specifically, there will be one more folder. It can be named as November 25, April May 26. Okay. But for other papers, all the other exams, it will be September November 25 only, because in CM1 and CS1 only, we are having a new batch along with the old batch. But for all the other papers except CM1 and CS1, it is same. Students, those who have not cleared ACET exam, make sure you're studying 5 hours daily for ACET and you're practicing the 20 mock papers given in our LMS. Now, for example, you need to test yourself. So, for example, a student of CM2 wants to test himself or herself that whether the concept of measures of investment risk is correct or not. So, what you can do is that you can take the chapter-wise MCQ test. It is not for show. It is for you all to practice. It takes lot of effort to become an actuary. Become selfish in life. Don't become selfless. Don't be so much available for anyone in life. It is not worth it. If someone is having some kind of problem, some kind of medical emergency, always go. If your friend is facing some kind of problem, you need to solve the doubts. You can, but not at your own cost. I have done that and I regret it, the decision sometimes. Okay. So you cannot be so much available. You should learn to say no. No, no. Okay. Now, बाहर आना जरा, outings you should cut down outings. Okay, weekends you need to fully utilize. Then only concentrated effort will be there in the studies. It's all about the flow. Remember what big players say. It's all about the flow. You need to maintain the flow of paper A, paper B, whatever papers you're giving. You need to maintain the flow. Minimum time to do CM1, CB2. How many months of prep? So if you're asking me minimum time for a paper like CM1, it takes 45 to 50 days. For CB2, it takes 20 days. Minimum time you have asked me, right? So minimum time is that. Sir, I'm currently working, but now you are having healthy time to complete both CM1 and CB2. Okay. Should I start CP1 for November? Ayushi Agarwal, we are having expert faculty Praveen Sanchetti sir in CP1. You can close your eyes and you can trust actuators because Praveen Sanchetti sir is there. He is the best in the globe in CP1. The way his class is there, so basically previously we used to have some kind of fear for CP1, but now any student, he or she can clear CP1 in just 2 months of time. Okay, and you can attend classes from this weekend also because CP1 is very general. So the main objective of CP1 is you need to generate the points, and that Praveen Sanchetti sir is going to help you. Okay, so don't worry, just give the exam CP1, take the training, and go ahead. No problem. Sir, can we give more than two papers? We will never suggest to give more than two papers unless and until it is a special case. But I don't think any one of you fall in special case. Don't give more than two papers. Okay. So should I do CA along with actuary? Like, is it worth it, or is it possible to take two courses? Okay. So basically, CA you can do, but if you are currently in November attempt, then I will not recommend you to start CA right now. Okay. First, give the November attempt, and after that, start with CA Foundation for May attempt. Okay, take it slow, or you can give CA Foundation in January attempt. Okay, and for that you can take guidance from me in personal chat. Those who want to do CA and Actuary both, because there is lots for CAs now in Actuary, because you get 4 papers exempt, and if you become investment Actuary, then papers like SP5 and SS7, it becomes really easy for you all. Okay. Sir, which exam is best to go with CM1? I will always suggest CB1. If you have cleared that, then CB2. Okay. And if you have cleared both CB1 and CB2, then if you are in college and if you have more than 7 hours of study time, then you can go with CS1 also. Okay. And if you have cleared CS1, then you can go with CM2 also. Because in both there is Excel. But without CS1, you cannot clear CM2. Sir, I've completed 10 chapters of CM1, but for this month, I will be focusing on ASET. So will I be able to cover the whole Akanksha, you're going on a wrong prep strategy. So for example, what I did, the mistake, same mistake Akanksha is doing. We all are Akanksha's here. So I will explain you this mistake. So what happens is that when a deadline approaches, we stop doing what we are doing. So for example, I am going gym right now, okay? But if I'm having an exam on November, so I will stop going to gym 15 days prior. But that should not be the case. You should be able to plan your study effectively. ASET is in August end. So you cannot stop CM1. You cannot stop the flow. When I say it's all about the flow, make sure you are marking my words. It's all about the flow. So for example, Manish is working. Okay. So he cannot say that in office it is pressure time. So I'm stopping CM1 preparation or CS1 preparation. No, you need to give minimum 30 minutes or 1 hour time, 1 hour of time to maintain the flow. So for example, if your primary focus is ASET, I don't think you need more than 4 hours of time every day to finish off ASET. Okay. Rest of the time you can give to CM1. More than 5 hours is not required for ASET. I will tell to everybody, those who are giving ASET exam. And if you have taken the training from us, then don't worry. The faculties are training you all in the best way possible. Okay. Sir, I'm giving CS1 and CB2 in November 25. And my first year at college with BA Eco Degree 28. How should I manage my time? So see, it's all about managing your time in a very nice manner. So I always used to think how to manage the time, how to manage the time. So you need to make small approachable targets. So you need to break down. So CS1 plus CB2. I'm giving you an example. You all can just modify or customize it as per your understanding. So in total, it takes 400 hours of prep time to complete CS1 and CB2 in one go. Okay, without revision, I'm saying. So 400 hours, and you have 10 weeks. So 40 hours. And on the weekends, you can study more, and on the weekday. So you need to study 40 hours every week. So that is approximately 5 hours. Okay, and you can break that. So CB2, you have Shivangi ma'am. So what you can do is every day you can watch one lecture of CB2. Okay. And by one lecture, I mean, once you complete the chapter, then you go for the Institute Math back question and you solve our LMS MCQs. Okay. From there, you can note down the accuracy, how many questions are left, how many questions you have answered. So the LMS is beautifully built for specific to MCQ exams. Okay. And rest of the time you can give to CS1. And in CS1, Siddharth sir is going to take classes. And on the weekends, Pushpa sir and Gaurav sir is going to take the classes. And weekly once, I'm going to take your update or mentoring of CS1. Okay. So basically, you have time. So allocate 5 to 6 hours for your study. Now, if the college is from 8 to 4, so you come home by 7. So from 7 to 12, you need to study. You can have a dinner break of 30 minutes. If you have chosen 2 papers, if you have chosen to become an actuary, then you only will need to pay the price. Okay. No one else is going to pay the price. You need to wake up early in the morning, study for 1 hour while traveling. While traveling, study. Okay. I used to study in bus. Yes, I used to study in bus. I used to study everywhere. I used to carry my notes copy. In college, I used to study. In bus, I used to study. While walking, I used to study. Okay, it's not a joke. Everywhere I'm going for a party, I used to watch. I used to record my audio, and I used to listen that for revision. That is how you manage your time. Okay, the going time. I used to study on the lunch time. If you are having lunch time in college of 30 minutes, you need to study in that time also. Okay, that is how career is built. Okay, sometimes My employer used to see me when I was in office. My employer used to see me by studying. It's fine. He used to scold me. But if I'm sitting idle, then I can study, right? If I'm not allocated some work, I can understand. Sometimes the professors, they used to take my notes away. Again, I used to make the notes because I need to study. That's how studies is done. You need to manage your time effectively. Okay. So everyone who is studying, if you listen to their story, then they will say you the same things. Okay. You need to manage your time. It's not that everything will be very in a very comfortable manner. Okay. It cannot be. Okay. You need to just push. You need to just push always. What will be the exam pattern for CS and CM? Like old one, we'll have to type on system. Yes, Venam. What I think is that previously also there was typing. Then 100% OBA was introduced in the year 2024. So now what they're going to do is they will introduce 30 to 40% in MCQ format and the rest in non-MCQ format. Okay. Because see, the kind of intellect, the kind of system, the kind of advancement which is required for MCQ, which SOA Institute is doing, which is the US body, they might take some time. So that is why as of now they are removing from MCQ and they're moving to non-MCQ. Okay, so that is the thing. Prince Siving is saying, sir, should we do IIPYQs from before 2019? I don't recommend. Okay, see, the point is that I was also Prince Singh one time. What I used to do is I used to think on extremes. It's human behavior. We all think on extremes. So, for example, what I used to do is that firstly I used to think what all extremes can occur to me. But no, that is not how you think. First think normally. What normally can appear on the paper. So 80% paper is 2019 to 2025. Then we have the mock exams. Okay, we have the updated mock exams. Then basically you have the X assignments, the Y assignments, the exam cell questions at the back of your material. Okay, that is sufficient. You don't need to practice before that. And even if something or one question or two question might appear from maybe 2017 or maybe 2014, so we're not just mugging up the answers, right? We are doing it from the mindset. We are doing it after learning the concepts, after knowing the concepts. So it is TYQ practice is something you get to know about the pattern. It's not something you should mug up. Okay, solving it 2 to 3 times is very important. Sir, I've done till hypothesis testing in CS1 and I have not started with CB2. Firstly, make sure you're completing the micro of CB2 in the next 20 days. Okay. And make sure you're doing paper B along with paper A. So don't proceed in CS1 paper A. First, complete paper B till hypothesis testing, solve all the revision notes, solve all the booklets, and also complete CB2 syllabus. Okay. Then only move ahead. Sir, can I take CM1 along with CS1, Manish? It will be too much for you. uh, you are doing CS1 and you can and your CB paper is exempt. Okay. Uh, you Manish, you if you are having more time. So, for example, I don't suggest now to use CM1 because I know it is not practically possible for you. So, what you can do is that you have cleared CP3 and you're doing CS1. So, just clear CS1 with good concept this time. Okay, for specifically you, I am saying don't take up CM1 because you will not be able to do CM1 in this time and you might end up failing CS1 also. Okay. So you're working full time, you're having limited time as of now, and your maths basics is also weak. So that is why I'm not suggesting you just this time do everything very nicely and get hold of all the mathematical concepts. And then next time, definitely we can go with CM1 and CM2 in one attempt because you're good in finance, but you need the stats concepts with you. That is why. Okay. CB papers, they haven't told about. I don't think CB papers they will be doing non-MCQ, but they might. Okay. I'm not very aware of that. But as of now, just focus on the concepts and sums practice. For CB papers, typing is not a problem. Okay. For any typing is not a problem. It's just something we tell as friction that is there, nothing else. This Akanksha question I have answered. 991 ES plus IA students cannot use. It is not an approved calculator. Calculator is FX82 ES plus. Okay. MS is a lower standard calculator. So buy a calculator, Vinny Jain. And if you're from Calcutta, Delhi, Mumbai, collect it from our center. We have it in stock. Ayush Makija, being a Zavarian is a sacrifice. Now, like, what are you saying? Being a Zavarian is a sacrifice. Being a Zavarian is a proud moment. Being a Zavarian, I am a Zavarian. Being a Zavarian teaches you discipline in life. You will now in college, there is a comedy going on that Xavier's सुबह 6 बजे तो दो ही जन दिखते हैं, कुत्ता और Xavier's. No, it's not like that. It teaches you discipline in life. Okay, you're being around the best of people in the town. I cannot call Calcutta a developed metro city. It is a town only. And in town, there is a college like Xavier. You should be very happy. There is college necessary, like I'm in Xavier's Kolkata and I'm not liking the college. Satyam Jain. What is the problem in Xavier's? Why are you all against Xavier's? It is rank one college in India. And originally I am from Assam. So can I afford to go back to Assam and do dummy college and thereby continue with Actuary? No, Satyam Jain. No, Satyam Jain. You come and meet me tomorrow at my office. You cannot go back to Assam. You have come here with dreams. So शुरू में लगता है, I can understand. Okay. When I was traveling to work, traveling to Delhi, Bombay for work, I used to feel the same. But now I'm comfortable. Give it some time. Okay. Sir, which exam to give after clearing first six base papers except CB3? Just register for CP1 with us, nothing else. Okay. Next exam, Harsh Agarwal, CP1 November, you can appear. Don't think twice. Just start doing it from right now. Sir, I'm currently working. Can I appear for the CSP exam in November? Yes, Yashika, you can do anything. Don't doubt yourself. I didn't clear FRM in 6 attempts. It was a huge mental barrier in my mind, but now I cleared. It's 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 very okay for me. Okay. This time I got 49. In CA Inter, I got 199. I failed so many times by 1 mark. In CP1, I got 54. 55 was the pass. So no, so what? Okay, you can. Sir, which exam to go with CM1? I have answered this. CV1 and 2. If not, then you can contact me. I will guide if you are working. Advita, sir, I appeared for CM1. So should I appear for CM1 and CB2 or CM1 and Advita, you go with CS1 and CM1. Okay. Advita, for you, I am saying you go with CM1 and CS1 and join this batch of new CS1. I know you, you can do it. CM1 results are somehow regulated, so don't panic. CM1 जिसका भी clear नहीं हुआ, don't panic. Sir, I'm a full-time employee and I only have a weekend for studies. Please speak. How shall I increase my efficiency? So, Sumit Kumar, if you are a full-time employee, you are like me and I am like you. You need to wake up early in the morning and you need to study 2 hours every day in the morning because after so much of work, the body doesn't feel like studying at night. So you need to wake up at a point in time where everyone is sleeping. You don't know my story, dear Sumit Kumar. I have done a lot of struggles in my life. Those who know me personally, they know waking up 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I was below average student in life and I always used to study more and more and more and more and more. There is a student, I will not take the name. She cleared 3 exams of SOA in one go. She always tells me one thing. Whenever she clears the exam, she calls me up on the same day because in SOA, the results are happening on the same day. You give the exam, you get the result for the first 3 exams. So she calls me up and says, for sir, for this exam, how many hours to study? I say her 5 hours. She always underestimates herself and says, oh, if you are saying 5 hours, then I need to put in 8 hours. I was the same student. So you need to wake up in the morning. The best time to study is morning. That's it. Okay. Pranjal is saying I've cleared CB1 and 2. I'm currently working. CM1 and CP2, you can give Pranjal. Sir, I've cleared CM1. Chirag Modi. Follow the next step. CS1, CB1. If you have done with CS1, then go with CM2, I will say. If anyone is confused between taking admission of CS1 and confused taking admission between CS2 and CM2, I will suggest take admission in CM2 now, not in CS2 now. Okay? If you haven't taken admission, but that does not mean if you have started preparing, you will again ask from Mama Papa, give me more fees, I need to enroll in CM2. No, no. Okay? If someone wants to appear for CS2 and CM2, you can do it only if your college permits. You know how much time you have after your college. Sir, should I club CB1 with CM1? Yes, you can club Anvi. You should club Avni. Sir, can I attempt CM2, CS2? CM2 would be a first attempt. Yes, you should give CS2 and CM2 Khushi Chabda. And I'm saying this now. You will clear both the exams in November. I'm also preparing for CP3, but I would attempt it depending on how much I am. No, 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 no. Don't give three papers. Only two. Only two. CP3, don't give now. Give CS2 and CM2. Sir, I've done till hypothesis testing in CS1 and I've not started with this. I've answered. When will Feb CM1 classes start? Feb. Ritika Agarwal, there is no attempt in Feb. We have already started the classes for November. And this is not only for November, this is for April, May as well. And after this, one more batch we will be starting in October, May, post Durga Puja. Sir, what paper should I club with CS1 for November attempt? CS1 and CB1. Khushbu Athwani. Khushbu Avasti. Sir, I need to start preparing for ACET but have 80% mandatory attendance in college. What should be the preparation of ACET with CM1 be like? Khushbu Athwani, you need to start preparing. You can take training for ACET and you can do it simply with us. 3 hours for ACET and balance with CM1. 5 hours you need to study. So due to my office, I was not able to attend majority of classes as I've lagged behind. But whenever there is any mock test, I feel afraid for attending. Karuna Goswami, when are you giving the exam? Karuna Goswami, if you're giving the exam in September, then you need to buckle up. Okay, and if you're giving the exam in November, then we're having the new batch. You can do classes as per that batch. Prathamesh, sir, I'm solving one CM1 practice paper daily, but while solving, uh, my mind goes blank. You need to practice more and more, Prathamesh. You will not get blank out. You will not blank out. Okay, you need to practice more and more, and you need to solve till the end. Sir, I'm going to excel. Don't worry, Khushbu Awasthi, you need to attend Vandika ma'am's class in CM1. Don't worry. You will be able to solve that. This I have already answered. Okay. Now I'm guessing on this the same kind of questions. Okay. So don't worry. I'm not taking any more queries. Yeah. Okay. Almost the same kind of queries. So you have purchased CS1 and CM1 classes in October. November. Yes, you can. You can. You need to take extension. Okay. We need to study to give CM1. Okay, no problem. Though you can just don't call me directly. Just drop in your message to me, and definitely I will take all the queries. So this was the eye opener session. I will take this session almost every week. Okay, make sure CM1 plus CB1 is minimum 6 hours. Minimum 6 hours. Okay. So Sayam, you can drop me a message. Yes, Ayush.
So actually, my question has been overviewed.
Yes.
Actually,
What is
so I
your question?
wanted to know.
What is your
I
question?
wanted. So I wanted to know like which field is better. Should I go in general or life? I would general as more career
Currently,
advancement
what is
and
your
more
status?
pay.
You have graduated.
No, so I'm in my final year.
Yeah, first you need to basically see which all companies are there. Start applying for jobs. Okay. Start applying
Okay.
for jobs. See where your interest is lying. What jobs you get into. Then decide. Now, first start giving interviews and read all
Okay.
the. You need to watch the podcast. You need to watch the podcast. We are having 4 podcasts in YouTube. They have told about all the fields. You need to watch all the interview sessions. Then only you will get to know now what interest you are having in which field you are having interest.
So also, so like if I'm in like if I have gotten my first job in life and I want to switch, so the switch is easy or like it's very
It's
difficult.
really life to general is not easy because that experience mostly will not be counted.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, Tejasri.
Sir, I've cleared CS1, CM1, and CB series. So I
Hmm.
had purchased CS2 after me attempt, but I haven't studied enough chapters and I'm doing a full-time internship. So is it advisable to give CS2 this attempt or should I give it in next attempt?
Then this second what you will give.
That also I wanted to ask. Like, is should I go for some CP3 or something?
No, no, you give CS2 only, no? CM2 can be a good option. So if you can
Okay.
give CM2, then it would have been a good option.
But I have purchased CS2, so will that course be valid after that?
Yes,
If
yes,
I
all the full courses are valid. That is not a problem.
so I have to pay for it extension, or will it just continue?
No, we can continue that, no issue. Okay.
Okay.
So CM2
Okay.
would be a better fit, I feel.
Okay. I have done like
Okay.
about two chapters roughly, not more, not much.
Yeah, that is why, because we haven't studied much now, so CS2 will take more time. And if you're working also, then CM2 would be a better fit.
Okay. But the internship is it gets over in October, mid-October. So I
Hmm.
have like
See,
roughly 1 month.
if your inner feeling is that you should go with CS2, then you go with CS2. Okay. But if you feel that you want an easier option, then CM2 might be an easier option based on the past history of the results.
Okay. Yes, this time also it was very less. Yes.
So that is why.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not taking any more queries. I'm really sorry. You all can drop me a message and I will answer them. And if possible, I will take a session once again in Friday. Okay. So don't worry and start studying. I'm always with you all. Just start studying and do your best. Okay. Thank you so much.